Hi everybody, Victor from Victor G Photography here, and to be honest, I'm a little upset. I recorded this whole entire thing just not even 10 minutes ago, and I realized that my microphone was not plugged in. So I gotta do the whole thing all over again. So whenever you guys are doing something like this, just make sure all your equipment's working before you go on a long rant harangue. It'll just save you a lot of frustration and headaches later. So, alright, I'm still recording. Now, I figured since we're stuck in quarantine still and I'm not really shooting, I figured why not? Maybe I'll start posting videos like these, do a little bit of photo news. Are you guys interested in something like that? I mean, I would love to talk to you a little bit more about what I've been thinking about and things that I see up in the media. So why not? Let's go ahead and get into this. So because I'm not shooting, I find myself doing a lot of social media, getting myself on Instagram a lot and on Facebook. And I realized that I don't really use Facebook at all really anymore for my social media. I just mainly use Instagram. And that's mainly what today's going to be about. Just talking about Instagram, some of the things that I've just read recently, some issues that I have with the whole process, and especially with certain copyright laws that are going on right now. Let's go ahead and just dive right into it. First thing that I want to talk about is this lawsuit that went on in New York where Mashable took a photograph from a photographer called Stephanie Sinclair. Now she is an incredible photographer who shoots mainly gender and human rights, and she's a photojournalist, and the things that she's photographed are incredibly powerful and moving. She's been on the New York Times, she's been in National Geographic, just to name a couple. And basically the situation is this: Mashable reached out to her to say, hey, we want to use one of your Instagram photos on our, like top 10 photographers who do this or that. And they said, we'll offer you a little bit of money. I believe it's like $50. And she said, nah, I'm good. I don't want you to use it. And so they said, cool. What they ended up doing though is they contacted Instagram and asked to be able to use the photos themselves. And Instagram said, yeah, go ahead. And so that they put it on their website itself, for their top 10 photographers who do this or that. And so there was a big uproar from Stephanie Sinclair herself, which, deservedly, she gave express permission that she does not want the photo used, but they went and did it anyways. So she sued them for copyright infringement. Now, it went to court and everything, and the judge himself ruled against Miss Sinclair, which it's very interesting because he used his opinion based in a certain way. Like he said, it quotes, Woods came to the conclusion by discussing how Sinclair agreed to Instagram's terms of use when creating her account. Those terms granted to Instagram a non-exclusive, fully paid and royalty-free, transferable, sub-licensable worldwide license to the content. He also writes that because Sinclair uploaded the photograph to Instagram and designated it as public, she allowed Mashable, which is an Instagram sub-licensee, to embed the photograph into its website. So what basically he's saying is that we use Instagram as a free platform. And because of that, there's a terms and conditions that we all agree to when we're posting images onto the website. Do we own the copyright to our images once we post on Instagram? There's a big gray area with that. I mean, yes, it's our photograph. We took it, so it is our copyright. But when we post it on a free website like Instagram, does it still belong to us or does it belong to them now? I use Instagram for everything. I have a personal account. I also have a professional account. And yes, there's a lot of ups and downs and things that I agree with as far as what Instagram has given me, the ability to reach out to many people across the world, to be able to showcase my images. While at the same time, I also don't agree with a lot of its practices where they shadow ban you. They do, if you're paying to play pretty much, then you get priority as far as being able to show your images around the world. So it's a catch-22. You really have to figure, they are a business. They're trying to make money on advertising as well as everything else. So, what are you deserved when you use a free website or when you use a free platform like this? Sinclair, she is actually very upset about it. And she's, obviously upset that the judge ruled against her, because something like this, it really hurts photographers because it makes us not want to post a lot of things that we post online. unless we want to make it a private profile, which defeats the whole purpose of having a professional Instagram page, because we want everybody to see our work and to follow us and do all that. So what do you guys think? Do you think that the ruling was fair? Do you think that, she should have sued them in general, or do you think that she had no leg to stand on? I personally hold the opinion that they shouldn't have done it, period. They asked her if they can use it, and she said no. She expressed that she does not want them to use the image, but they did anyways, and they went behind her back and still did it. I can see a little bit more, I can see being a little bit more forgiving if they'd never asked her and they just did it. But I mean, like when she says no and you do it anyways, that's really just disrespectful. You're not respecting her as a business, as an artist, or as a person, because you're just like, well, whatever, I'm just going to do it myself. So I don't know. I've got a lot of opinions on it, and but I don't know how to really word them. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that she should have been awarded money, or do you think that Mashable was okay in doing what they did? Let me know in the comments below. For the second topic, speaking of people suing people for posting things on Instagram, another celebrity is getting sued by a photographer for posting something on Instagram. It's Amy Schumer this time. I know a lot of people don't really care for Amy Schumer. Is she still relevant? Is she not? She's been kind of blacklisted from the comedic genre just because of some controversies that she's had with allegedly stealing other people's materials. But the way the story goes is she took some photos that she found from a photographer of her and her son, and she posted it on her Instagram page. Now, the photographer himself didn't give her any copyrights or, the legal right to use the images, and so he is suing her now as well. So this goes back to the first story. Is that photographer entitled to sue her? She's posting on Instagram, but at the same time, it's his work. I don't know. It's really interesting. My view with this is that it is different than the first story, where somebody didn't steal the image from Instagram. She stole the image from somebody and then posted it on Instagram. So that makes it a little bit different, because where she took it would make the decision of copyrights to me. If we're holding the same rules that applied where Instagram, if you post it on Instagram and somebody steals it from Instagram, technically it's not their property anymore and blah, blah, blah. Then the photographer wouldn't have a leg to stand on. But because she took it from somewhere else, it could have been from his personal page somewhere else, maybe his website or something. But now he's suing her. And so it's interesting to me, the whole concept of suing a celebrity for posting on their Instagram page or their Facebook page. I get it. On one hand, they're posting, and if they're making a lot of money from it, then that's one thing. But if they're posting it on their private page or their personal page, I don't really know. Yeah, them as a celebrity is a brand themselves, but at the same time, are they not allowed to post any images of themselves, or should it just be all selfies? Or maybe they do need to pay, for all the images they use. I'm kind of the person, I don't know. If it's used on Instagram, I don't really care. Yes, I do make money from different social media platforms like YouTube and, Instagram and things like that. But at the same time, I post a lot on my Instagram just to post to add content so that I'm relevant. Celebrities do the same thing. It's not necessarily that they're making money off of it, but they are still building their brand and reaching out to other people. So if somebody were to post some of my images on their Instagram page, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with it as long as I'm getting credited or being tagged. Then I wouldn't care. If I'm not being tagged or anything like that, then yes, that makes me a little upset, because I am not getting my exposure as well. To me, it just kind of puts a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths with photographers, and plays into the whole stereotype that we're just money grubbing and, essentially glorified paparazzi. If that's the case, if we just want to get paid for every photo that we take of a celebrity or somebody, then people aren't going to want to have us take photos of them anymore. So I don't know. That's also another double-edged sword. What do you guys think? Is she in the right? Is she, right? Is she wrong? Is the photographer wrong to sue her? I mean, there's been so many photographers suing celebrities recently. I know just recently LeBron James just got sued for the same thing. And so it really just makes you wonder what is okay and what's not okay. For my third and final Instagram story of today, they're changing up their platform a little bit. They're allowing you to now use Messenger on the computer for Instagram. Personally, I don't use Instagram on my computer because I can't post images from my computer onto Instagram. So then making it so that you can actually use, I don't know. I don't really care. I mean, like, yeah, it's nice. It's a little bit more convenient for people who do that. But until they actually are able to let me post images from my computer directly onto Instagram, it becomes kind of a useless thing to me. Now, there is something that I use that allows me to schedule my photos that I can post automatically onto Instagram that I use, so I'm able to do that on my computer itself. But for the most part, everything that I do on Instagram is going to be on my phone. I don't, look up other people online on my computer. I just use my phone for all that. So I don't know. Is that kind of like a wasted piece of technology that they're using, or is that a nice step in the right direction? Let me guys know. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys thought about this. I'm probably going to post a couple more or try to do some ones similar to this. Any photo news that you guys see or that you guys want me to talk about, let me know. I'll let you guys have my opinion. So other than that, like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you guys next time. Okay, bye.